Ah, look at it. We're getting closer to actually being on time again. Isn't it great? God damn it, I forgot something. Good start. Very good start. I'm what some people might consider a genius at this. Do not let anyone fool you though. I'm just that good. Setting things not up properly before the bell. To be fair, kinda rushed it, but should work. Hopefully, maybe, potentially. I'm thinking about playing some more Factorio, but as I usually do, I decided spontaneously to do something else. In this particular case, we're gonna play some medieval. Good old medieval. Probably gonna play for an hour or so, then lie down. I am feeling it, feeling the pressure. Doing 3 things at once, and it sucks actually. Not having to go through the nice little thing that is called trying to get a new fucking job is proving to be surprisingly frustrating. Yes, I expected it to be fair, but still, that does not make it easier. No more fun. Now then, once everything is loaded, I think everything has loaded. Questions? Very many questions. Look at this. Okay, let's switch over to this. Let's see if this actually loads. Yes, it should, but you have no guarantees there. You can hope. Hope and dream. I think it is. Just give it a second or so. Just to be sure that it's actually uploading properly. I think it has. Well then, well then. Welcome back to more Schmedieval, where everything is very much Schmedieval-y and, well, peaceful actually. The last enemy we had in the world, the English, have been defeated. And, well, I could potentially, you know, take this last little village and the next little village there at some point, as soon as my army has recuperated a bit, but for the moment, in a more general way of saying, oh, hello there, Kronos. The world is peaceful. Surprisingly peaceful. Which scares the ever-living shit out of me, because if things are peaceful, something's going probably horribly wrong where I can't see it. Indeed, very nice. I need a diplomat. Why, you might wonder, I'm gonna send him over to the Poles and to the Hungarians and try to find out where the fucking, friendly neighbor Mongols are. Hello, Spain. And I need to rebuild a few armies. Basically, I want a British Isle army to, well, take care of the British Isles, which also means I need to rebuild a West Front army. The South Front army is still pretty much doing what it did before, which is nothing for the moment. Italy is still a pain in the ass to control. Nothing has changed there.
I bring word from Scotland, noble sire. Bless you for agreeing to another most reasonable proposal.
You have no enemies. How about an alliance? Very demanding. Military access. Good. How about not with military access? Make offer. Wanna marry? I don't think they want to. I can't tell you why, because, well, right at this point in time, we are excommunicated.
A true
which means most people
noble
hate us.
sire.
Yeah, you better go back behind the borders. I saw you there, Scotland. Go away. Oh, my 30-day ban on Facebook ended. The media was informed that received another 30-day ban. Well, that was a short return to glory. A very short return. Like, hello, world, it is I, your friend. Boop, dead.
Let us strike, Kaiser.
Now then, we need to set up the London Isles to be a bit more defensive, I would say. I don't really need much. I do kind of need to get rid of most of this army because it's just gonna cost me endless resources, which I do not have, of course. How much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of knights, that is good. Wasn't returned. I didn't post anything. Just went from one band to the next. Well, it's kinda sucky. What have you done to get so freaking hated? I don't know the precise methodology of Facebook because, well, I don't think I've ever interacted with it, and I don't think I ever will because, well, I don't hear many good things about it, honestly. Okay, what else was I doing? Trying to make sure that Dijon doesn't explode into hyper-aggression, I'm relatively sure. This army was, I think, recuperating. Oh yeah, it has recuperated. It kinda lost its leader. Probably died of old age or something, I can imagine. Well, I believe it got... Well,
Kaiser!
you would assume that to not necessarily be much of a problem, but I guess if Facebook says it is, which means their platform, they're gonna be like, meh. We don't like that. Probably the bigots themselves would not consider themselves bigots anyway, so... difficult. Okay, the Northern Army needs a new leader, but apart from that, it will be getting a lot more knights. I can tell you that much. In its near future. As for this one, I should probably at least replace those with the armored sergeantes. At some point I should deal with some of the rebels in my country. I don't really want to, mind you, because it's such a royal pain in the ass. Ah, nature detected. Well, nobody really cares. Interestingly enough, I do have a lot of leaders just sitting around and doing shit all. Apparently down here.
Kaiser, today's journey is over. Now come on.
Let's send them around so they don't sit around just uselessly. Venezia, you still hate the ever-living shit out of me for... actually speaking, no good reasons. Just because you can. And the Pope sitting next to me with a big army is also very scary.
You are not the one I will answer to.
Yeah, I don't care if you answer to me, just disappear from my lands. I'll need to get myself an assassin. I mean, that's not gonna make me many friends with the Pope, but the Pope hates me anyway, so... It's kind of like, you know, what have I to lose? And the answer, simply put, is literally nothing. Okay. Wait a few turns and see if maybe at some point the Pope would be polite enough to accept my dearest apology. Like, oh, you know how I try to eradicate the English? Yeah, I know, it was a bad time for me too, little pokey boy. I say sorry very, very much. And you'll be like, okay, you have been forgiven, son. Well, these are dead on my leader will die at some point, and the Pope might reconcile with my faction. Because, speaking of experience, being excommunicated is a bit of a pain. That makes most conversations with other Christians a bit of a problem, on one hand. And secondly, well, I don't really like being unreasonably hated. For some very mystical reason. And then we maybe actually be well advised to go through... Yeah, where am I gonna rebuild my army actually? My Shojan army, that is. I think down here would be a good start. Okay, what do we need? Feudal knights, of course. I don't think I'd feel capable of running the fucking army without feudal knights at this point. And let's see if we have any... Oh yeah, that's a lot of saving potential up north. As for you, little army, you are almost back where I want you to be. Kinda would like to get rid of that though. Get 2 more armor sergeants. Okay, so the northern army is somewhat okay-ish. But this army I don't want to completely make weak, because the Scottish are north of us and the Scottish are... Well, they are Scottish and I don't believe in their good intentions. Let me put it like that. But look, I want to save some money. Now, let's zip through the world and see if we can find any more random leaders of ours sitting around and doing shit all. Yes, we do find random leaders sitting around doing shit all. Shut up. What a woman. Know what I'm doing.
Stop here.
He said, And then he fucked it up. Probably.
Ja, Kaiser.
And then you go down to Milan.
Anfahrt tomorrow, Kaiser. Ja.
You go to Genoa.
Today's march ends here, Kaiser.
You go
For the Reich.
to Bologna. Yeah, Frankfurt itself is not a happy place, but happy enough. Nice for the army up here. You're gonna get your lead at some point, and well, looking good so far. I don't think I have any more leaders just randomly sitting around. Oh no, oh, I do. And if you ask yourself like, what are all of the people
For
doing?
the Reich.
Oh, the answer is they do nothing. They just sit around and, you don't know, drink beer all day. Sounds like a pretty nice life actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think that's everybody actually. Good. Well, we should probably use the peacetime for our own proper growing. Well, we want some catapults. I fucking want some catapults, I can tell you that much. Instead of those two, let's get some catapults actually going. Gonna be the first army that actually has catapults, and this will be the first time that we actually use freaking catapults. My oh my, this is going to be interesting. Ah, catapults. Catapults in your city. In close range defense. Brutal. Can't tell you that much. Very unrealistic too, but also very brutal. Is there a city still building shit? I think they are. I might actually plan the next one already while we're at it. And, oh wait, actually, before we do that. Let's plan ahead and build the army, shall we? What to do, so I would like to... I mean, I do like some armored sergeants, to be fair. So, get away of that. And get me 2 catapults. I will admit, I do love medieval too. That's a classic for a good reason, as far as Total War is concerned. Same with Rome 1. Those are really the 2 classics that I quite enjoy, honestly. Rome is the one I first played, thanks to the tech boy. I will be forever in his debt for introducing me to strategy games like that. Be like, hey, try playing this. I've been quite addicted to it after all. Though that's not to say that I am all that happy with what good old GA does these days. Apparently when they're like, hey, look at us. Look at what we have got new. We have got new family trees again. And fucking Attila, everybody that is newer, it's like, wow, what a nice addition to the game. And everybody else, you know, in Total War terms, my age, goes like, yeah, totally new feature. It's not like you're fucking lying to my face there. You're gonna kill my guy? Miss. Let's hope he missed. No, he didn't miss. Well, I think that was the priest. Curious Hubel, he was killed for heresy. I mean, nobody was surprised that he was killed for heresy. We are. Quite heretical when you think about it, mostly because we actually don't have, well...
An order, mein Kaiser.
Indeed, go and do politics. Oh boy, he will have a fun life. Politics, you shame. How about no? There's a good reason why I tend to, somewhat wanting at least, to refrain from politics, because they are quite literally a royal pain in the ass. And factually speaking, not much more. Now, we might actually want to replace my little peasant bowman with actually, you know, Hervé's crossbowman, because, fuck that, Hervé's crossbowman are pretty, pretty damn awesome. And then we can have this going on time, and, well, since we do have some more money, we might, and we're making actually a good amount of money, we might actually plan ahead a bit and start building things more. As soon as we are relatively assured that the army is actually building up nicely. Now, where's my general up here? There he is. How old actually are you? 50. Basically, you're dead already.
Mein Kaiser,
But oh well.
today's journey is over.
I will send you over anyway. Now you're not gonna like it, but that's part of your freaking job. Now then, back down here. Range range. That allows me to get the pavés. Yes, that allows me to get the pavés. The one gives me more armored sergeants. Honestly, as soon as you have feudal knights, armored sergeants are basically somewhat reduced in their usage. If you can afford the feudal knights, that is. Mostly because, well, feudal knights are awesome. There's not much more I can say about them, apart from them being freaking awesome at what they're doing. It usually involves, you know, horrible, horrible things. For your enemies' rear. Which I do find rather fitting. Now, London, I see you are not happy. I am not surprised that you are not happy, but somewhat or not. Yeah, let me build you a tavern and a casino. Make sure that everything is actually somewhat planned around and ahead. Yeah, you get a church door. Because at this point, since we are at peace, we will for a while sit around and try to build up things rather nicely and peacefully. Hey, we can afford it because technically speaking, according to the game, we are basically the strongest faction. Moment. Apart from maybe the Mongols, technically speaking, because when the Mongols spawn, they come with power, let's just say. And not too little of it. To continue saying that. Again, you pay normal taxes. Voila. The funny thing is, I still get the approval of the Pope when I build large things. Reflect chat. Learning a new World War II game. Oh, a new World War II game? Do tell me what it is you're playing. I might want to look at it if it's World War II and cool. Also cheap, to be fair. I am now in the nice little process of looking for a job, and I find it as annoying as it has always been, because, well, Germany. Everything needs to have papers. Literally everything. I wonder that they don't have a fucking paper to go to the toilet, and I don't mean toilet paper, but a fucking permit for that. Ugh. But hey, that's my life now. Ugh. I chose poorly. Okay, you're fucking Italian. That's not new. It's hell let loose. Okay. I mean, it sounds very Second World War-y, just from the get-go. An apt description of it, basically. Yeah, no, not the merchant's one. Have any more happy buildings for you? I don't get any more happy buildings. So, what's your first impression? Is it any good so far? Would you recommend it? Let's go. It's going to plan out a massive strengthening of the armies. Especially, I want ideally to have more armies in the east, because I very much so fear for the fucking super good. Little taxing. Charlotte World War II FPS. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it took us from World War II on like 20 years to shoot people to the moon, so you know. High tech, Fred. High tech indeed. I might actually take a look. Assuming it's on Steam or somewhere so I can easy enough find it. I'm somewhat too tired to actually invest much in the way of work. To be very fair. It's mostly something to do with the fuck that nonsense going on. Let's not talk about it. It's going to shower my mood, and I don't want my mood showered. It is. That is good to know. Stockholm, you know what? Pay normal taxes for a while. You know what? Fuck it. Just build it. Come on. How much money do we make a turn? Oh, okay, apparently we're going to lose money next.
Yeah.
I had a great plan and I failed horribly. Okay, you go there.
Marching. Now come on.
You go there.
Forward.
Don't stand outside too long. There are many inquisitors around. Really don't like you. Go there.
Honor, Kaiser.
Where the fuck were you heading? There.
Yeah.
Good.
Today's journey is over.
Anyone else just randomly standing around and doing shit all? No? Very good. Okay. It is a rather unprecedented situation for me in this game to have even just 4 fucking turns of just peace and quiet. I also have a witch in my territory. And rebels. And the Inquisition. You know, it's not like I'm really wondering why my people are somewhat getting annoyed in the cities. When, you know, the rest of the country basically goes to shit over and over and over again. Don't kill him! You... don't do it! Don't do it! He's pious! He's pious! He was pious. I'm at rolling myself how pious he can be when he is excommunicated, but that doesn't matter. I mean, technically speaking, my faction leader would be excommunicated. Not necessarily everyone in my fucking country would be excommunicated. I don't think the Pope would piss off that many people. Willingly. The Mongols. Now, the Mongols are already a pain in the ass, of course, but there's a reason why I would very much like to strengthen my eastern armies, and that reason is called the Timurids. I don't actually remember when they come. I think after turn 100 or so you get a random chance for them to spawn in, and when they spawn in, you will learn cool things. For example, elephants. For example, elephants with cannons. And what horrible things they can do to you and your armies. Now, since most people wouldn't want that to happen to their armies, Spain, you're making me nervous, you know that.
Mein Kaiser?
Go to the city and run away from that freaking evil Inquisitor. Just look at him. He looks evil, doesn't he? And let's see here. This is gonna fill up 3 more slots. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 more slots left. The army builds itself up rather nicely, I'd say. I know it does take a while. Yes, for this particular army, it's... That needs to go. Spare militia needs to go. Armored sergeant can stay. Let's see, I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, it should put my army where it should be. And once it's actually full and retrained, we'll probably just capture those 2 small settlements while we're at it. I mean, bloody Scottish don't seem interested in taking the lands for themselves, and I'm not just going to, you know, let some fucking rebel settlement be next to me. No good reason. Now then, while we're at it, let's plan for 3 buildings if we can. Actually, do we have a priest up here? I really could use a priest. I'm gonna have a spy. I think the Scottish will try their luck actually at it. Agents, give me priest war. We're back. Sure, no problem. I'll be around for at least a bit longer. Because I need some relaxation for once. Well, I say for once. Not like I never need relaxation. That would be a freaking lie. That would be an amazing unfortunate thing, because if you don't have the need for it, you probably wouldn't seek it out as much. Would mean less game time. Would we want less game time? Of course not. Sure, give me another turner. The main problem is my cities are actually reaching the point where they're not growing fast enough to actually reach the next level already, which is on one hand good, because it gives me some time to actually finish up most of them to a certain degree at the very least. Smith. Yeah, we need to start building more shit. There is that to consider. I mean, generally speaking, pretty nice progress here. And as for you, City Hall, probably got about 20%. Yeah, let's build the cathedral first. Make the Pope happy. I mean, at some point in the future he will be happy with us again. Yes. I'm reasonably assured that the Pope in truth actually loves us. He's just a bit... I don't even know. That's the term for it. I don't have the right term in mind. Well, does it matter? Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Another agent. Not innocent. Not innocent. That was Breslau. I'm pretty sure I gave you the order already. But we are building things up neatly. Ah.
Ja. Ja.
At
Command.
least we almost have made
Ja.
it.
Today's march ends
Down.
here, Kaiser. For the Reich. Ja. Resting here, noble Kaiser.
Honored friends, let us hear your proposition.
You have another proposal then?
Yeah, I should have talked to you then, because that broke my alliance.
Let us not take this
Goodbye.
You little cunt. You broke our alliance that basically lasted from the start of the game. Now I have even more reason to reinforce the Eastern Front. Didn't want to have any more reasons to reinforce my Eastern Front, and I'm also now very much afraid of talking to the fucking Hungarians. Traitors everywhere. I mean, the Poles can actually, potentially, somewhat become really, really strong. If they actually manage to get most of the northern lands before Russia becomes big and strong. Because it can be somewhat of a threat, mind you. Also, I would kind of like to misuse them as basically my border garrison. Basically, they're gonna be the canary in the coal mine. If Poland falls, we'll know shit is going to come our way.
Do you have a mission? Is there something I can do for you?
And what if I give you all of my money? You would consider that balanced.
No, we will
That is all. Farewell, then.
What a well paid in the ass. Okay, last two come around, you get retrained and... honestly? Working pretty swell, wouldn't you say? As for the other, the Western Army. You don't look too bad either. Not too bad at all, actually. Yeah, I will need one more knight, I can tell you, and I'll need... Technically, I would like to have a few more feudal knights, but... That ain't an option. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, why did I send you up here? The army's full. Are you maybe
Mein
supposed to
Kaiser?
go up here?
Forward.
Hamburg. You're sitting there like, maybe I was.
Ja. The Reich marches to glory.
Crush the
Oh,
scum.
victory for the Reich. We honor you, Kaiser, with this victory. With honor, Kaiser.
Loyalty +1. He's like, hey, I did something. Praise me. And then there's another witch. Great. My country is full of cool things, including but not limited
The
to...
Reich marches to glory. For the Reich.
Pretty sure I told you
If
to
only
fucking
I could,
retreat.
mein Kaiser. For the Reich. For your honor, Kaiser.
Forcing me to hire some mercenaries on the spot. That ain't nice.
Glory to the Reich.
Glory to the Reich, indeed. Now, can you go back to Prague, please?
Orders, Kaiser.
get rid of those scummy mercenaries. Alright, anywhere else where I can just round them up easy peasy? I think written down here would be an option.
We would see you dead, heathen.
I'm not a
Name the
heathen.
field of battle. We will meet you there.
Wait a second, am I a heathen? Technically speaking? I mean, I'm excommunicated. Does this make me a heathen though? I mean, I still fully believe, so... debatable.
Greetings, Kaiser. Who is the one you suspect?
And which?
Eyes of the Reich. Yeah, on my way.
Aha, so
Like a shadow.
Airplane actually belongs to the Scots now. I mean, I don't really care overly much if it belongs to the fucking Scots. It's getting me somewhat riled up, to be fair. Lists, agent, diplomat, assassin, diplomat.
Who is it that is doomed? Death or destruction, Kaiser?
32%.
And the right target is?
Okay, is there anything here I really want to get rid of? I can at least train myself on.
Death or destruction, Kaiser?
28.
And the right target
40,
is? Death or destruction, Kaiser?
28,
And the
21.
right target is? Death or destruction, Kaiser? And the right target is? Death or
73.
destruction.
Sounds good. Let's train up a little assassin down here. I'm sure he will have lots of things to do. Ah! I do love this mini. Small little movies, but they make my life so much better just by existing. Make me feel all nice and warm inside. Red crest. There's a tracking log now. He's like, I'll be getting better, boss. Just give me a bit of time. I kill you.
Marches to glory.
Ah, rebels left, rebels right, or rebels fucking left, right, center,
A
fucking
proud
front.
victory for the Reich. Wisst Honor, ja, Kaiser.
Where was I supposed to be sending you? I think you were supposed to go to Bologna.
Moving out. A command. March.
Here. Ah, right, you're not supposed to be going to Bologna, because the other one is supposed to be going to Bologna.
For the Reich. Ja.
You're supposed to be going to
Guter Crush,
Florence.
Kaiser. We stop here.
Sicily's army. I mean, to be fair, you know, army, I say. It's one fucking unit. It's just sitting there to annoy me. Question is though, this is not a good army.
See you dead, heathen.
Look at armored sergeants. Yeah, no, I don't think I want to fight those with my little random guard.
Mein Kaiser? Ja. We make camp here.
Okay, how is everything else coming now? Nicely. That's what I like to see. Well, so we wait. I mean, you know, if we get bored and our troops are actually at a point where we are losing pretty much the ability to making good money, we can always just declare war on the Frenchies again. Technically speaking, since we're excommunicated, we can declare war on anyone. Nobody's gonna care much. What's that gonna do? Excommunicate me? It ain't gonna work. Yes, we could attack, technically speaking, the papal states or something, but... probably not advisable to attack the fucking headquarters of Christianity. Good Inquisitor. See you learn your lesson. A suitable prince, you say? I mean, he has full loyalty at the very least. Piety. Okay, I guess.
For the Reich.
I don't know, where are you? In Frankfurt?
Come and face the might of the Reich, coward. For the Reich. A command. For the Reich. For your honor, Kaiser, we will attack. We have failed the Reich. For the Reich.
Indeed, failed the
Ja, mein
Reich.
Kaiser. We will conquer with honor.
That proves that the fucking AI left on their own do not know how to fucking
Glory
handle
to the Reich. For the Reich. Mein Kaiser.
your fucking troops. Right. Okay, we definitely need more assassins. Well, let's amuse us a bit more with killing things that are in my way.
Just name the target.
He
And the Reich's target
definitely 24.
Death or destruction,
Vitalis
Kaiser.
Banchieri della
Let us
Mampieri
strike,
or
Kaiser.
something.
Ja, Kaiser.
Sure, that's his full name. Wasn't there a general here? Noble events. Okay, so he probably just died. Heck, he
Who
probably
is it
even
that
died
is doomed?
at
And
76.
the Reich's target.
Ram, ram. Ram, ram. Thank you. The bots are like, what has happened? Where did the knife come from? Well, Sicily, for sending your agents into my territory all the time, I think this is a valid price to... Get better at what he's doing.
Ja, Kaiser, we will spare not. The enemies of the Reich have met their doom.
Okay, Lorenz will hate me for a turn, but... Okay, it could be worse. Like they say, you know, could be worse, could be better. Okay, let's replace one of you with another feudal knight. These feudal knights are costly as fuck though. And you accept that.
Ja, Kaiser.
You go up
Ja,
here.
on my way. I must lay God's servant. In God's name. Name the heathen who offends you, Kaiser.
That woman.
They cannot escape God's judgment.
Let's hope that you're actually right with that, because, well, if she escaped God's judgment, God is gonna get pissed. God, also very much well known as, to put it mildly, your Pope, is already hating me quite a bit. For some very mysticistic reason, you know. Like, why would God hate you though? Well game, well game, well game. Let me try to explain this to you. You see, I might have potentially done some things that might have potentially just randomly pissed off God. Maybe. Maybe indeed. Reputation would be neat. Very, very neat. I mean, we actually reached a point, as I said, where some of our villages are actually so far developed that as long as they don't grow, we can't actually build anything else. Which is not a bad deal, mind you. For us, at least. I should also at some point actually try to get myself some more... Actually, instead of retraining that unit. Give me another armor sergeant. Everything is progressing nicely so far, so far.
At your service. You have something to discuss with us?
I must inform you.
Farewell to you.
I will get those Poles to be my allies again at some point. I swear to God. If it's the fucking last thing I do. I just want to make sure that things are not going to, you know, that well to bad. And in order to have an assurance there, I absolutely need to... I mean, things will be a lot easier once we stop being fucking excommunicated. Until then, diplomacy will actually consist of people being like, nope, I hate you. I really, really do hate you. There is a side of Christianity. The Teutonic Knights, and as the Knight Orders, are very much pleased with me. Okay, Poland, apparently you like me a bit better now.
Yeah. Is there something I can do for you?
Can I just pay you?
This is not something.
Goodbye.
That is not something we're
To
willing
be
to
finding me
accept.
beautiful is not uncommon.
Just name the target. Death or destruction, Kaiser.
At least she
Your
has
enemy
the
becomes my victim, Kaiser.
Who to crush, Kaiser? Ja, Kaiser.
right attitude for a freaking princess. Bologna. You will never be
Who
a
is
peaceful
it that is doomed? And the right target is? Death or
percent. Oh god, you're trying to snake. Oh boy, that's dangerous. For your own life, that is.
Destruction, Kaiser. Yeah, he is a dead man.
Yeah, some people will always complain, won't
Ja.
they?
Greetings, Kaiser.
On the witch.
A trial for let us start, Kaiser. God's servant. Ja, I shall go.
And randomly God servant sits in
Eyes
your
of
way.
the reich. Advance, Kaiser.
Mystical, how that works, isn't it? One would almost say magical. Very, very magical. There comes my last units, and this army is showing. Today we wait around a bit more and try to see if we cannot get to peaceful terms with some. At least. Maybe this week too will be somewhat burdened, quote unquote. Oh, that's not good. He sent an army over here. And everybody's like, ah, it's ours now. Not gonna help the fucking Scots. I actually hope that they fucking lose. Martial Scots. Ain't sure why not. No. Ages.
Just name the target. And the right target is? Your enemy becomes my victim, Kaiser.
Man, you're making big promises, the boy. But you aren't following through.
Who is it that is doomed? Death or destruction, Kaiser. And the right target is?
Well, now that he wants started, he really wants to get that snake to kill something, isn't he? Like it's my best buddy now.
Death or destruction, Kaiser.
Well,
He is doomed, Kaiser. Doomed.
doomed. Where's the doom that you promised me, huh? Assassin, where is it? I don't see it. It's not like you were completely out of your league there.
Ja. Moving out. Greetings, Kaiser.
He just
In
randomly
God's name.
stand in his way. See what happens. Ruder when there's nothing else to build any longer. Everything's nice and peaceful. All of the buildings. But one city should be left not doing anything. And it is rather nice that we can actually afford it at the moment, to be fair. We should definitely make a good use of that, because who knows how long that will actually last us. You're not a happy city. I have many cities, not many of them are happy though. Some of them outright bloody freaking complainers. And let's see if the Scots will actually pull through or if they will run away. I really hate it when they do it. You know, just going off that, I would need an ass load of assassins to get rid of them, but can we afford that? One might wonder. Technically speaking, yes we can. Technically speaking, do we want to? Yes, I'm getting very worried with the poet in my country.
Just name the target.
That has not even worked once. Got to there, Mr. Agent, boy. That worked surprisingly better. The Mongols are partly richer than me. Find this to be highly
Who is it that is doomed?
suspect.
Death or destruction, Kaiser? And the right target is? Death or destruction, Kaiser? And the right target is? Death or destruction, Kaiser? And the right target...
He really likes his pet snack these days. One man runs around killing all of the people.
Just name the target.
This man is a trained killer, an assassin you might. He does a pretty damn good job of being an assassin. Okay.
To crush, Kaiser.
I got a moment we're gonna run back and the priest boy's just gonna sit here and watch this unfold for us.
Mankind, trustworthy foe. What lies do you bring us then?
Since when have we been at war?
Farewell to you.
I mean, he did war with the Polish. Since when have I been at war with the Polish, though? It confuses me greatly, actually.
I will see your head rest atop a pike, outlander scum!
We shall defeat them for you, mein Kaiser. Today's journey is over.
I mean, sure, that's why I have a fucking Eastern army sitting there smack dab doing nothing the whole day.
Who is it that is doomed?
They blocked my board. There are hundreds of them.
Yeah?
When does this happen? I must have overlooked that. Oh, it's happening now. So am I still allied with my other people? Yes, with France and Hungary. Okay. Well then, my little Polish people. That was a strange decision to be making. Not a wise decision at all. I have a full stack army here and your castle looks mightily undefended.
I look
armies
forward
are
to
titans.
fighting you.
Yeah, excuse me. Now, I don't have any accurate map information,
Do
so...
you have a mission for me?
Yes. I will send
Yeah,
you wandering, because I think Russia is somewhere back here, probably.
No further today.
Probably. I mean, I guess technically speaking I could activate the Southern Army too. I want to pull them away from the South though. I mean, I guess for a moment we
Kaiser!
can afford it actually. For one turn or two. It's rather strange. I must have somewhat missed that though. Did a little pop-up or something? Did I just miss it? Or hadn't I just not opened the diplomatic information in this turn? Maybe that's it. Now they're sieging us!
We shall
Horribly.
hold against this siege for your honor, Kaiser.
You will indeed. Believe you me, you will. Hungary, could you stop being a bitch about it? I'm not liking it at all. Well, maybe the Polish get kinda... Maybe they actually already met with the Mongols and just don't feel well about that. Professional all over each other. The Mongols and Russia.
At your service. Das ist gut.
And nobody was surprised.
Ja?
Okay, first things first.
Ja, Kaiser. Marching to battle. The Reich is victorious.
Hey Spain, why do you of all people hate me for taking the Polish? What do you have to do with the fucking Poles?
Who to crush, Kaiser? They are doomed now.
And then let's see.
I only respect strength.
Those are
Something
Polish
to lack.
nobles. Not afraid of your army. Your army sucks, bro. You know why your army sucks? Because your army is mostly made up of people that can't climb fucking ladders. You need to take my walls. A bit of an overabundance of people here.
Ja?
I'll send those
For
of
the
you
Reich.
over to
We
Antwerp
shall continue
and
tomorrow, my
Bruges
Kaiser.
or Frankfurt. Stop being an unhappy place. For one bloody second, we have other things to consider.
Let us strike, Kaiser.
But yeah, I just hope for some nice and quiet, relaxed time to build up, you know, lands. Let's... Wait a second. Somebody who retrains. Fact of the matter, instead of retraining him, what we could do is get ourselves on the knights. Dude of knights. Technically, the armored spearmen are wasn't very much good dealing with cavalry, but I just love my knights. Having one army with, you know, full-on nonsense is probably not going to kill me. When you think about it. A merchant bank, because you're a happy place. Continue in a way of building up. Slowly, ever so slowly. Armorer. That might not be a bad choice. Yes, Fugino, huh? I will turn you in a happy place, I swear to God. That's the fucking last thing I do. Plan. Can we make you pay taxes now? Yes, we can. Yeah, Frankfurt. We'll pay less taxes for a moment. Nobody say I'm a unjust ruler. Coach house. Trade more people. Oh, so bloody happy. Pleasure Palace. Tasty. Yeah, let's plan that out. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think this fucking place is at any point going to be a very happy place to live in. Okie dokie.
Who to crush, Kaiser?
Well, everybody's on the move. Looks good. Let's see if the Poles actually attack me. Because that would be smart. I mean, to be fair, you know, worst case scenario, what is gonna happen? I'm gonna lose a city. Okay, who are you? A family member. Let's see what you finally have. Some spearmen. More wounded spearmen. Lots and lots of cavalry.
Gott, Ehre, Vaterland.
Okay, that's gonna
To
be
battle.
interesting. Time to slurp something shortly sweet and shortly unhealthy. Nothing to say about the enemy.
Duty has brought me here, despite the many wounds that I have suffered and the scars that I bear. Duty to the Empire and to you, my fine soldiers.
Tasty.
I
That's sweet.
to lead you to victory, if God wills it. Men, these Poles lack all honor and martial quality that marks out a German. Let us treat them with the respect they merit and kill them, showing how sons of the Empire make war upon our enemies.
He was like, yeah, don't coach, eh? No honor.
Await my command! Trooper! Units, march!
Okay, let's see. You're probably gonna go straight for this one anyway. Just gives me that tower. No, I don't think those towers will be much useful. Okay. Let's see how this goes then. If we could kill the little ram, that would be ideal, but I'm not really making much positive prognosis here. Means I will have to deal with all of the horses, and that is going to be a breaking thing.
Our enemies' ladders have reached our walls. Make the swine pay for their insolence.
I'm not really worried about fucking 29 woodsmen game. I would really like that if you had killed those 8 fucking peasants.
Some Teufel! The enemy are battering down the gates! Infantry!
Not really well positioned.
Advance! Run schnell!
Run schnell indeed. Wada. Bomber!
Some Teufel! The enemy's ram is through our gates!
Zum Teufel indeed.
We are being attacked!
Now, then things will happen.
Infantry!
Just make sure that they don't just break through, shall we?
We are being attacked! Infantry!
General's bodyguard! Forward, fast, fast!
Now, a lot of these horses should die a horrible death doing this. That's the general's bodyguard. We should probably charge that. We can break the general. This is not necessarily just a lost cause.
Our walls are captured by the enemy Schwein.
He is dying slowly. Come on, kill him. Then let's pull back our general. He's taking losses en masse. That is indeed not really the definition of good. Okay, for peasants to run away, that's good. Okay, move over here because you're still getting shot at. You do it maybe a bit faster, fucking general. What a messy situation that is. Still getting shot at. Yes, you are.
Our general lies dead
Okay, that
upon
was
the battlefield.
too much of me.
Without him, his men may lose heart and the battle. We are being defeated. We must change tactics.
We're not technically speaking being defeated.
Units, march!
Only half the enemy force remains.
We can just kill that little king guy here. That would be amazingly helpful. Things are getting kind of blocked in by the man trying to flee.
Units, move out!
My lord, we have lost half the army.
Charge! Charge! Units, march! Forward!
Kill the general's bodyguard, please. Hey, look at it. He's standing right smack dab there.
Move out!
We could just kill him. It could still turn the tide. It's not like he's, you know, not standing smack dab fucking in the middle of all of this nonsense.
Units, march!
Two are left. I don't really care for most of the other enemies, but I care about this particular one and the nice armor.
Thank the Lord! Our men has slain the enemy general.
Units, march!
This battle seems to be swinging towards the Empire.
Like you don't say.
The Emperor, attack!
That was a little run.
Charge! Charge!
Well, we might have lost our general, to be fair. Mostly because of my stupidity there, but I think we can safely call this a victory. Okay, so peasants have decided to come back. Maybe they want to make this a bit more annoying. God damn it, we had them broken. They turned back.
Charge! Charge!
Polish nobles. Those Polish nobles are a bit of a pain in my ass. just get through those. Break them. Come on, break. One more fucking Polish noble unit. Ugh. Come on, flee, people. You know you want to. Peasants, spearmen, there's really nothing left here.
Onward!
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack. Charge! Charge! Charge!
Well, it very much shows the bloody advantage of being the defender. Though I will admit the sacrifices we made were great. I've lost, I think, a family member there. Which does hurt. Or my reputation and anything else. But it just kind of shows us rather nicely that the approach might have been a bit optimistic in taking this. Look at them play. Lieber Hermann. Jesus Christ. Although I will admit for a second I was kind of like, okay, this could still swing against me if my units actually start mass breaking.
This day will go down in the records of the Empire as one of its most magnificent victories.
We crushed this army brutally. How about...
You've earned the ransom!
Sorry. I asked for some money, they said no. I mean, come on, game, you can't blame me for that. I offered them their trees back. And they were like, no. Can't put that into my fucking shoes.
Just name the target.
How the fuck did
Death
you...
or destruction, Kaiser. Here is a message from the Kaiser. Who is it that is doomed?
I'm sorry to say, but I think my message got somewhat...
Death or destruction, Kaiser. And the right target is death or destruction,
No, but
Kaiser.
try him again. He still really likes his snakes, though. You can say what you want about him, but he's very much loyal to his little snake boy. Ah, betrayed by what you loved.
And the right target is your enemy becomes my victim, Kaiser.
I don't think so, no. Well, time to get another session.
Ja, Kaiser. Fear the arrival of the Reich, mein enemy. Making camp here, mein Kaiser.
To family members, units of peasants into catapults. I somehow don't feel too threatened by that.
An Order, mein Kaiser.
Okay,
Ja,
I found another
Kaiser.
city.
Das ist gut.
Ah, come on. Ja, Kaiser. Marching to battle. This day shall belong to the
Let's actually
Reich.
fight this battle.
To battle.
Well, Machiavelli, then I think the Poles did wrong, because they broke off the alliance too early. Let's see what my journal has to say about the evil that is Polish. Or the Polish evil. Have it your way. Pretty sure even that is stolen. Tse, like Polish.
By the saints! For a moment I thought I was mad and seeing vet hens everywhere. Then I realized our enemy had arrived.
Yeah, I feel better this is, especially for my generals. I have heard better. Do you not have anything else to say about this? He's like, oh? Not the most talkative man, you have to admit, but I mean, I guess you could say he tried his bestest. Okay, Blachas, I'm sorry to say, but you're going to take the brunt of the enemy's attacks because, well, you're peasants and nobody cares about the peasantry, especially not in the fucking Middle Ages. Actually, they're basically my cheapest units. I can replace those relatively cheaply. We'll just take the walls, more out of fun than anything else, because we can. We'll go forward. We'll just stand there and get shot at. Do march up here. Well, run up there, to be fair. I mean, I don't think the enemy has much of a chance against me, honestly, but we will slaughter them now. Glory. Also, of course, little machine gun towers. Very nasty things. Will probably cost us a lot of unnecessary casualties along the way. Let's see, there's the General's bodyguard, and then there's the other General's bodyguard, and one of the catapults. Where's the other one?
Our ladders are at the walls.
All the way back there, eh? And I climb up there and capture the walls. Technically, then you can be sneezy and just put your little own archers on the walls and let them shoot the enemy. Works surprisingly well, I will say. One moment, stop shooting. I'll probably hit a lot of more of my dudes once they're at the walls than alternative.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
Well, there's not much on the walls, game. There's precisely one unit of light peasantry. Okay, it's not something I fear.
Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram.
Will they try to retreat into the castles? They probably will, yeah. I should have foreseen it.
Our men are winning the battle. Continue like this, and victory is ours!
Nobody's really surprised. Those poor peasants. They're like, we knew we were fucked the very moment it started. They know they have no chance.
Reached the gate.
The ram has indeed breached the gates. And you can immediately pick this up again. Well, maybe I should let the knights pass first.
These walls now belong to the Empire.
Okay, the ram didn't get the message. The ram is like, nah, I found my way. And since the catapults are slow as fuck, we'll probably catch up to them, which will absolutely destroy the enemy. Then we'll send in some of my armored sergeants to deal with the bodyguards. Because he said like, you better run fast, bitch. Why do you feel you need to slow down at this point? Okay, now let's just push through. Make sure that unit doesn't get through. Those knights. Bit dumb. And then they're like, orders completed, sir. Everybody else is like, no, you have not completed your orders, you mongoloids.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong, and the enemy will be defeated.
Come on. Would you please? Ja, schnell, schnell indeed, you Mongoloids. Da, right. Stop them. Don't be stupid. Attack them. They're like, but sure. That's not nice. Everybody else is like, yes, but we didn't ask you to be nice. Now did we? Now we could probably actually squeeze through the gate now, but I don't really want to. Because my poor knights will probably suffer. I would rather avoid that. Well, we'll win this in style. Archers, fire at will. Ram needs to shove itself. I mean, they are just peasants, but given enough time and energy. Something horrible is going to happen there. You break the gate. You charge the enemy. I did kind of expect that my peasant archers will take some casualties, and now they're taking heavy casualties because, well, a general's bodyguard against poor peasant archers is not really a fair fight. No matter how you look at it, it ain't fair. The general's bodyguard really wants to die.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong. The enemy will be defeated.
And direct fire into them. So please shoot them in the back and not my people. I'm waiting, you know. Feel free to fire at them. Not that I have much in the way of worries here. Bolts might have been a bit over-enthusiastic with their attack, honestly.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Oops. Still need to kill one last guy. Didn't even see him. His white collar scheme hit him rather well. For a while.
The enemy of the Reich lays dead at our feet.
I think finally. They do can take quite a
Behold
bit
how
of a
our
beating.
cowardly foe runs. It is time to press the attack.
Most brave first men are like, I'm gonna get some fucking honor points on this. Check! Honor points! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Son of a gun! Bap, 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 bap. This fighting was brutally.
The Reich shows its obvious superiority through victory.
A bit of a wasteful victory, mind you, but sometimes you just have to kind of enjoy playing around. Otherwise, this is much fun. Now then, -2. Hello, Shadowfall Unity has recently been released. It's a full beta.
Ah, they have crushed them,
Oh, I say your
Kaiser.
beloved Daggerfall gets
They
a new,
have taken these lands by force.
to a new level, eh? In Unity. That can be interesting. Yes, retrain my troops. Because we just took a castle and that means we can.
Who to crush, Kaiser?
Do you
Just
have a mission?
out of interest, I'm going to ask the
I
Poles
shall
for
represent the
peace.
Reich, Kaiser.
I really don't want a protracted war against the Poles because the Poles are my eastern shield. I was wondering then, what are you fearing? No, the Univision has always been the fan-made upgrade. Oh, still a fan-made upgrade
Ja,
though.
Kaiser.
Not the official deck-up version now, is
Ja,
it?
Kaiser, we will spare not one Ausländer.
Well, hey, it's nice to see that they're still working at it. Probably the Poles, if I can get away with it. And I would like some peace and quiet, because I kind of wanted to build up the Reich, but... the Reich finds itself at a continuous struggle. Those were my best allies, I would have to point out, the Poles, for basically since the start of the game, till they suddenly broke off and, well, became assholes, basically. I don't like that. I would like them to return. Now, I'm sure they will see my point of view once I've taken most of the lands, but as I said, I kinda don't want to have the eastern border all the way into the east. Because there are Mongols over there. And speaking from, you know, purely experience, I don't want to be next to the fucking Mongols. For some mystical reason, that seems like a very bad idea. If you know what I mean. Not the most peaceful of people, and I still think that my eastern front is not really ready for that. That's why peace should be on the horizon. In a little bit we're gonna play maybe 2-3 more turns, then we have done our due diligence and have made the Reich more peaceful, or well, I will claim I have made the Reich more peaceful by getting into war or something. Suitable husband. He is a lot of loyalty, actually. I do like that. Knight's order. Special device with blah blah blah. Target you will reward with a. Machine check total Empire's cells. But better than Rome 2 and Medieval 2 combined. I highly doubt it's all better than Medieval 2 over its complete existence. Not just Steam sales, but you know, before that. If you take every sale of Medieval 2, I'm pretty sure Medieval 2 would probably be best selling. Actually, no, I think actually maybe Rome 2 would top it. Rome 2 was pretty damn popular when it came out. I remember that much. But quite well after that. Release sales. Meh, don't care too much.
If it is the fight you wish,
You have to understand, back in the day when Rome 1 and 2, Medieval 2 came out, CA wasn't yet as big as it was today, so if you just take it, they should get more sales on release days. Continuous down that line. Back then people had demos, my friend. Those were pretty damn awesome.
At your service.
Sadly, nobody does that any longer. Not a practice that you will see often.
Let us strike,
Which
Kaiser.
pisses the living
Fear the arrival
and
of
the
the
ever-living
Reich,
a dead shit out of me.
Onward tomorrow, Kaiser.
Yeah, but open beta and all of that nonsense is pretty much a new concept. Comparatively speaking. Now you would be like, why would you stop doing betas then when there's actually a good reason for it? Well, they can. One of the good reasons for why you would actually buy some game magazine or something, because there would be lots of demos on those CDs that you could play, that you could get an idea. You would be like, aha, this might be a game. Nowadays they're like, bro, here, let me give you an early access title, because fuck you. It's not the same though, it's not available to anyone. I have to be reasonable. Wait a sec, do I want... Yeah, no, it's Nottingham, that's a castle. I don't want ballista towers in my castles. Those are cancerous if memory serves. Been a while, but I'm pretty sure... What was it the other way around? I have to look this up. For the moment I will not build it though. There were good times, you know? You could just buy a magazine and go like, oh, I have a CD now, and I have a DVD later on, which is full of stuff. Full of cool stuff. That's pretty damn neat. Good times. Very good times. Then they stopped. Well, makes you a bit older, yes, but still not nearly as old as me. Feeling old now. I feel very old all of a sudden. Let's not talk about age, shall we? It's gonna make me feel uncomfortable. I'm already feeling uncomfortable because it's fucking hot. But yeah, I miss those days. I really do sometimes. And I really hate, in most cases, the fucking early access nonsense. It's basically like here. We give you an unfinished game that's basically, if you're very lucky, just fresh out of alpha, so you can technically even play around with it. What do you get? Hey man, floppy disks were a cool thing, and most companies used those for quite a while before, you know, CDs came around. I think I still remember the fucking debate between VHS and Beta. That was fun. For those in the know. Not me, so to be fair. I was just sitting there like, don't care. I still have my little VHS recorder though. I could still record VHS. That's fucking amazing if I think about it. Also, I still have VHS around. A few, not many, but they're there. Got to actually have one VHS still. I wonder. I wonder. Now, considering that I was pretty young back then. Are these are fun movies or... Well, fun movies in quotation marks. I'm pretty sure I was getting to that age at some point. Can I pay you normally again? I can. Ah, Lorenz, it's good to see that you have calmed down. If only fucking Bologna could stop being a bitch. That would please me greatly. But my hopes and dreams are somewhat shattered in that regard. As for you, there's a rebel army standing right in front of you. Yes, don't spare the Ausländer. Murder the Ausländer, please. The Ausländer is evil. Yes, very much so.
We have crushed them, Kaiser!
It's because even the most cheapest of troops will suffice. Okay, everything else should still be set up. It was a great time. A great many surprises were made. I mean, I still remember the time when we had 3 TV programs, and that was everything you had.
Battle will resolve our differences.
Yeah?
And then came cool things. And nowadays, everybody has a fucking smartphone. They can take pictures, videos, do all of the shit. Do fucking math in their fucking pockets if they wanted to.
Do you have a
Pretty amazing when you think about it.
But do not expect much. You must think us meek god.
Yes, I think you meek, because you're fucking Polish. I would assume that you would fucking stop being an asshole and just give up before I take your fucking capital city from you. Yeah, shit changed really. But there's some things doing porn in their pockets. Pretty much, yeah. Watch porn. Make porn. I think the amount of, you know, privately made porn has skyrocketed ever since everybody has a fucking smartphone. Nobody ever thinks about the consequences of that. They're like, yeah, that's totally never going to backfire at any point. Until you sit in a nice little interview for a job and your boss pulls out a smartphone, it's like, is this you? On Pornhub. Remember that was happened precisely once as far as I'm aware, and I only really get that because, well, I was sitting in the next room and had the next position in the interview.
Yeah, Kaiser!
And I went in and was like, eh, don't worry, you don't even need to pull out your smartphone. I don't even have one of those things with me. And at that point in time, I actually don't think I had one. Generally speaking. Good
I
touch.
will not waste words with the enemy.
Imperial Knights, yeah, that's going to hurt, isn't it?
The Reich marches to glory.
Ah, good. Runs away, we can beat him.
Glory to the Reich. With honor, Kaiser.
People don't really understand that, you know, most of the Smexy times are supposed to be happening in the privacy of your home, which means it's supposed to be private. Do not broadcast your shit to the fucking world. You can't understand why you will regret this. I'm sorry to say, but you kind of failed quite a few tests in human intelligence along the way, I'd say. For what reason I did? Jesus Christ. Ah, I think we can ignore the Western Front somewhat for the moment. I think. Okay, let's how many more turns do we have? 1, 2. Okay, let's do 1 more turns while we recuperate. Okay, we'll see what the Poles say after they have lost their capital city. Ah, ba-da-ba-da. You know, I always wondered if I came or would come to the high age where I'd be damn kids these days, but I think I've reached that age at some point. Nowadays I'm sitting here, damn those kids. They're not the smartest bunch, aren't they? But then again, I remember back to myself being a pretty much hormone-driven teenager, and I can tell you, I wasn't smart either. Just stupid in different ways. To be fair. And in the end, decides who's grown adult wanting to make easy cash. That's an option. To each their own, I would say. To each their own indeed. But you know, maybe have a bit of a warning and a bit of an understanding of that will probably have negative consequences for the rest of your life potentially. You might want to reconsider doing anything too drastic along the way. I'm just saying. You don't know if 20 years later your boss will, or potentially new future boss will sit in front of you and go like, I know you, I know your face. Do you know why I know your face? I've seen you in Pornhub. Ah, I remember that lady coming out of there. She looked quite, it was quite a sight, let's just say. Yeah, it's really not the sort of thing you want to have as a secretary, because, well, you kind of want to have, because, you know, according to porn logic, secretaries are one of the most fucked people ever, but sadly, reality does not work like this. But hey, I got a job, so, you know, it's not like I can complain about this. Good times. Let's just say on that evening I had a very hearty laugh at people's decisions. But, you know. I mean, I know, it's not a very nice thing to be, you know, all happy about, I get it, yes, but what can I say? Good bit of Schadenfreude. Happens to the rest of it. Also, I really needed a job back then, so, you know. I was like, yes, yes, yes. The company does not want to associate with that. Yes. Okay, let's take the capital city, shall we? Because, well, those cunts are going to sit around and be annoying, aren't they? I mean, the Poles really are at fault themselves. First they break the alliance, then they sit around all menacingly at my border, and they declare war when they can see, or should be able to see, that I have a fucking full stack army just sitting, well, next to them. Not even counting the southern army that I just called up, for no good reason. Foreign prince is disgraced. Excellent news, one of our generals who has managed to win the hand of a foreign princess for themselves. Vantagy approached him, quite keen to see if he would wish to see out the rest of his days in our own homelands. However, it's clear now that she has fallen completely in love with her proud nobleman. She declared that she would rather simply marry into his court. That suggests he should abandon his own. Honest John, this guy here, he journeys over to Poland, meets the princess along the way, goes like, hey bitch, my court better. There. Politics, my friends. Politics. My most beloved, politics in this case. Yes, they're doomed. But his army will take forever to return to full strength. But who cares? But still, just remember kids, don't do anything too stupid. Might regret it. Old but golden lesson. Then again, it's not like people will actually listen to that because, well, I remember all of these nice little talks I had about what the fuck I'm not supposed to be doing. Do you think I listened to any of that? I prepared some things. To be fair. As they say, after all in moderation. Yeah. Keeping up the public order in Antwerp and Bruges is surprisingly easy, I find. Also surprisingly enjoyable. Wait a second, let's build the church first. Since this will basically be one of our last turns, I kind of would like to set things up to be building a bit so that the next time we come along, I don't have to go through everything immediately again. That's a bit of a bummer, to put it mildly. I'll give you the practical range. Barracks. As for little Genoa, Genoa, you need more happiness buildings because you are one of those Italian state cities, and those will never be happy. They just generally hate everything that is not, well, Italian and or free. But hey, considering the amount of money we're making, Pretty sure I can throw a bit more money at my problems. In the worst case scenario, just lower the taxes. Not get so much troops, so do anything else that is not immediately going to have evil consequences. Bologna. Will he at some point be happy? I have basically given up any hope for that, but we'll try it with the church. Shall we? Nobody say we're not trying really hard for these people to be happy. Even though they're, you know, Italian. Disgusting. I know, but I'm a generous person by nature. Can't forgive their Italianness. For the moment. But if I had an, you know, execute every bloody Italian button for those cities, probably would have pressed that already. Quite a while ago, actually. But like, yes. Stop it. We can repopulate these people's cities. No problem. Just get rid of the proper first. Then we'll see. Okay, all of that is done. Then let's focus on this battle, shall we? It's gonna be one nice little battle to end it on. Or so I think, at least. Spain. Don't do anything rash. You would regret that. I don't really think the Poles have that many territories. The fact that I'm still, financially speaking, behind the Poles, and not the Poles, the Mongols, is surprisingly difficult to swallow. Big construction approved. The Pope is like, you want to build a church? Sure boy, go right ahead. Why ain't stop me?
Ja, Kaiser.
Okay, let's see, what do they actually have? They have treaty nothing, technically speaking.
Ja, Kaiser, we will spare not one Ausländer.
Yes. Why should we spare? The king. King Troy to pick out. We have crossbow militias. Those will die quickly. Town militia, those will die quickly. You have some horses. Some more peasants. Some other militia. He has all of the artillery. Now, why is that a problem for him and not for me? Because he's the one defending in the city. I'm the one attacking the city. I feel like that is like a... Yeah, balance of power. That's so the others is going to play out.
They will not escape the Reich now.
Technically speaking, being the defender in a town or castle and having some catapults that you can then use at basically melee range can be fucking devastating to the enemy. Usually the AI is not really good at doing that. Maybe they've learned in my absence.
I have brought you here to fight. I brought you here because you are duty-bound Germans, and no enemy looks on you without fear. I promise nothing save a hard struggle.
Well, fair's fair.
But would you have me tell you anything else? Would you have me pour honeyed words into your ears? I thought not. These Poles are more than half wolf, methinks. And like wolves everywhere, they deserve to be hunted down and slain. Let's to the hunt, men!
Fair's fair.
Units, await my command!
Okay then, let us do it the same way basically we did it. Do they have cannon towers? I don't think they have cannon towers. I was shocked for a moment there. Okay, one unit here. One unit here. Here. One unit here.
Archers, archers.
It's just me, does it look surprisingly, I don't know, cannony to anybody else. Ouch. And it's burning. Well then, the decision will be made on the walls then, you bitch boys.
Raise the ladder.
Our ladders are at the walls.
But you just take the fucking punishment. Yes, we have captured his old school style. Mans on the walls doing horrible butcher work. Crossbow militia, that's a tail militia. Yeah, I'm not really worried, honestly. What they have on the walls is not really enough to scare me. Well, they do still have some units in reserve. Actually, not really smart. They would be better already on the walls, being in a defensive position. So if you played anything, can't play it, can you? Oh, not a bad idea to stop firing for the moment. Also spread out, please.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong, and the enemy will be defeated.
Like, was anybody actually expecting anything else?
Attack! Spearmen!
Now then, let me see if you are smart enough to use the red letters for your job. That would be helpful. Yeah, this is going to hurt, isn't it? We really need to retreat you. And you. Because now they understand that they can actually make use of that range of theirs. And for some reason, I would rather they don't. Let's take those walls, shall we? Oh, the archers are just... well, what can I say? They're taking it. Like the true gems they are, they're just gonna take it. It did not escape overly easily. You're hitting your own walls there. I mean, if you break your own walls...
These walls now belong to the
I'm very sorry to
Empire.
say, but it's your own bloody vault. Can we just walk in? Is the gate already open? The gate should be open. Yes, it is. Good. Get my units in. And hunted them down most brutally. Does the Poles still have some troops left? Those horses do look mightily dangerous, don't they? Yeah, my horses, I was about to say. Where are them horses at? Just look like there's a unit here. Oh, there it is. About to say, mightily bold of them to just sit there and do nothing. There are the horses, ready to strike at my command. And kill some artillery pieces while we're at it.
Our men are winning the battle. Continue like this, and victory is ours!
Just run up there. While my horses do their very best at murdering artillery pieces, left, right, center. Let's not suffer them to live, shall we? At least not as artillery pieces, because that would be rather annoying. God damn it, horses. Come over here. I order you to. Charge. Bring them as much death as you can from behind the artillery
The
pieces.
enemy has lost half his army.
Ah. Coming up all nice and properly, charging in all nice and properly, and killing some Poles on top of that all. It doesn't sound like a good deal to you. I don't know what a freaking good deal would be. And let's be honest here, they really do deserve that. Watch that. See some cowards running away? Disgusting.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong, and the enemy king lies dead.
Well,
Attack while his men are confused.
that's a good start. Spearmen that ran away just suddenly remembered, like, hey, we still have a job to do.
Mine curses! Our men no longer command the city.
Hey, retreat those because they are kind of bleeding out. I think they have bled out more than enough to assure us a nice and easy victory here. Resist their attack, will ya? Yeah, those horses really do need a rest. We lost around half the people. Okay, there's not really that much left. Where are my other troops? Come here. Why are you staying all the way back there? And there's battle to be done. Murder to be committed. One Polish noble who just stands there and looks at the situation is like, well, the situation is not progressing well, my lord, my lord. But it's like, yeah, you don't say. Let's charge in there, will ya? But I hope we can afford a few more losses amongst the armored sergeants. Though there will not be many losses on our side, I think. Yep. The Bowls stood till the last man, but they will not ruin this. Satisfying in its own little way. I will ask once again. I will once again ask for peace after this, so let's see if the Poles will be willing to talk after we sack their capital city. I can't be willing to fucking exterminate the population if it's... Anyhow. Alugis finally arrived by reserve troops. They're like, let us handle this, we are the true heroes here, believe you me. Yeah, range is a bit faster probably. One man standing in the game is like, yeah, the battle is over, you can stop killing them now. General's like, no, my Poles, we will not stop. We lost precisely 444 men, we have 800 men remaining, the enemy lost 655. What means we have a pretty good, and we killed more enemies than they killed of us. And we killed their king. Which is not gonna make the Poles very happy.
Nothing can stand in my way. None shall
Yeah, that
stop
gives me
the
14,000 if I kill
victory.
them. We needed to kill like 13,000 Poles. More. You know what? Yes, kill 13,000 Poles. Delicious persons. The Papal States hate me. Poland hates me. Resistance is future. How am I diplomacy-wise? I mean, I'm still allied with the France and the Hungarians, and Poland still is at war with me. I mean, most people hate me. How about the Pope? Are we still excommunicated? We are.
Yeah.
Poles.
Untrustworthy foe. What lies do you bring us then?
They're like, it's very demanding that you want to make a ceasefire. Priorities are now. Remuneration mix. Power average. Power supreme. Power average. Bankrupt.
Goodbye.
Poland. But Poland. Are you sure that is a good idea? Are you sure you wish to fight with me any longer? I do know that you have another castle there. I kinda need a castle or two to recuperate my troops. But well, I suppose the Polish war will continue and yes, many people, but Vitalis Bachelis.
Salutations, honored lord.
Oh, that's you. Agents.
Just name the target.
Oh god, are you trying Snake again? Yes, you are trying Snake again. You're not smart. Everybody down here likes to fucking use snakes. He doesn't even wake up.
Death or destruction, Kaiser. He is doomed, Kaiser. Doomed.
According to the death scream, he's not doomed. And you are most definitely not a good fucking agent. Ah, well, if we can't go for quality, we go for mass. What are the Papal States hate me now? You hated me before, you asshole. I don't give a shit. But yeah, precisely turn 100. The Reich grows towards the east. It does not wish to grow to the east, mind you. But still, the Reich grows towards the east. Why doesn't the Reich want to grow towards the east, you might wonder? Well, that's easy. The Reich doesn't want to do so because there are Mongols over there. And even if we were to deal with the Mongols, once we meet them, the Timurids are probably not that far away and they also come from the east and do horrible things to you. And war with the Papal States. I should have played this out better,
I
shouldn't
will
I?
defeat you honorably, my worthy foe.
For the Reich.
Okay, if I step out, can I get some mercenaries? Just really quickly, you know?
Ja, Kaiser! Combining troops!
We will conquer with honor, Kaiser.
Let's see.
We honor you, Kaiser, with this victory.
I mean, I do think the Papal States have, historically speaking, one fucking down thing. So my worries are somewhat...
The Reich marches to glory.
We might want to wait and play one more turn just to fuck with the Papal States. You know, it's not a nice fist thing to do against the Pope, but the Pope has kind of been an ass to me for a long while, and I kind of feel the need to actually do some fucking revenge on him. Who knows why? I might come up with that. Now then, Spain! Do you have anything to say about me going to war with the Papal States? Apparently you don't. You just do your usual nonsense. Actually, the rest of Christianity should be very much going up in arms about this, because I'm about to fucking...
We are under siege!
serious. Scots. The Scots like to live dangerously. I'm a straight mate! War. War is everywhere. It has come to us. In a vision of brutality, I can see my enemy.
Fear the arrival of the Reich, mine enemy. Making camp here.
Mounted Imperial Knights. Oh, that's tasty. Oh, that's fucking tasty. Each gonna give me
Now come on.
many a thing to like.
Ja, Kaiser. Marching to battle. The Reich is victorious. Ja,
I can get some boaties.
we shall defeat them for you, mein Kaiser. Besieging settlement, Kaiser. The siege
And
continues,
then we
Kaiser.
have the Pope. We have a family member. He has a few random troops left. They have really good walls. His royal fences, iron gates, number 3, blah blah, pepper, but nothing else, eh? Generally speaking, my chances of winning are actually not bad. Hey, don't credit the Mongols for the efficiency. Efficiency. Somewhat. In this game, the Mongols are a giant threat, especially out on the field, because they do have a lot of horses, and horse riders, and horse archers, and everything that has fucking horse in its name, basically you can find of the Mongols. Yes. But on the other side of the argument, once they run out of stacks, basically, to throw at your fortresses, you end up in a situation where, as long as you can take their rams out, they are not actually that dangerous, because they don't have that many things that they can actually throw up your walls. They do have some nice elite troops, though, to be fair. And then, I'm still... enemies. Scotland, Poland, the Papal States. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta wait one more turn and then we try our hand at taking over Rome. Because Rome is defended by one unit of Pavese bowmen, a militia unit, 2 Italian spear militias, another Pavese bowman, it is also wounded, and 1 unit of mailed knights. Plus the family member who is like dead.
Mein Kaiser?
To bear, my troops don't look that well either, to be very much fair, but meh. Projected profits, I don't do game. If you understand game, that I will still make a lot of money, no matter how you turn this. I want to move out of Krakow while we wait. I do need another castle, so it would probably not be a bad idea. Question is, Krakow, can you recruit some troops? You can't.
Ja. Who to crush, Kaiser? Ja,
damn it.
taking my men with me.
I misclicked.
Ja, Kaiser.
It doesn't matter.
Let us strike, Kaiser. Ja, Kaiser. Das will stop this, my
Bit of,
dear.
you know, humble bumbling,
Ja,
but
Kaiser, we will spare not one Ausländer.
yes, do not spare the Ausländer. The Ausländer is actually the enemy in this case.
Ja,
This army will
Kaiser.
march on their castle. If that is actually castle, because from this distance it looks surprisingly much like a city, but... Okay. Let's us see what happens. This is interesting. This is gonna be very interesting. Now, Scotland is not going to attack my fortress because Scotland is not a complete idiot. Scotland hates me. They declare war on me and they're like, we hate you now.
Let us strike, Kaiser.
One is to understand. That's a faction leader.
Soon enough, I'll place your head atop a pike.
Fear the arrival of the Reich.
King Alexander.
Let no
Why is your
Ausländer
king
leave this
leading not an
battlefield
army,
alive.
but basically a scouting troop, into an enemy that from the very get-go, as soon as the fucking British Isles were the goal, declared, very heavily so,
My command.
I will position a fucking fat army here.
Knights, knights.
I don't give a shit, just fucking run in there. Catapults, stop firing, no free fire. Yeah, you can probably get one volley off.
Forward!
Now, running smack dab threat cross into spearman is usually not an ideal use of your cavalry units, to be very much fair. And you should definitely not do it. Come on, we're talking about the fucking Scottish here. Looks like I'm gonna have much of a chance of winning here.
The enemy has lost half his army.
Army, yes.
Units, move out.
Where the losses in night lives will be huge. Now you could question yourself, is this truly worth it? The
Our
answer
men are
would
winning
be
the battle.
no.
Continue like this, and victory is ours. The enemy king flees. God has smiled upon us this day. Attack while his forces are in disarray.
Kill the general's bodyguard will kill ya.
We have broken the enemy army. Now it is time to crush.
And the enemy king is dead.
The Reich shows its obvious superiority through victory.
If the fucking Scotch had actually an army to send against me, we might not have been so lucky, but they don't. Well, it's 25 men. Most of those were knights, to be fair, but still. I couldn't be asked to fight this in a serious way.
Ambush, Kaiser.
Ransom. That's
Nothing
14,000
can
monies.
stand in my way. Ja,
Nice.
ja, Kaiser, we will spare not one
Which to be fair, it
Ausländer.
was their king, so
The enemies of
that's
the
probably
Reich.
worth a
I
lot.
have no time for your banter.
I mean, neither, but doesn't stop you from being an asshole, now does it?
Come on. Ja, Kaiser. Marching to battle. Siege force reporting,
Okay,
Kaiser.
let me see here. Yes, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to fight. Somewhat, because I don't have the best troops with me. Let's actually make a save game in case I made it up. My concentration has been wavering a bit, to be fair.
Who to crush, Kaiser? Ja, Kaiser, we will spare not one Ausländer.
I would rather, you know, prepare for the worst. Namely me completely fucking this up.
Ja,
Why are you so good at what you're doing? This man could lead an angry mob to conquer an empire. So good with Texas, sloppy builder, question technology, an introvert. Promising strategist, fine with blood, born conqueror, night fighter, conforming, confident attacker, scarred, great speaker, religiously proper, honest, a sense of justice, religious, feels underappreciated, aspiring commander, and brave. Jesus Christ, this man has a long list of
we
accomplishments.
shall defeat them for you, mein Kaiser.
And then show your ugly little faces, enemies of, I was about to say enemies of Christ, but technically speaking, we would be the enemies of Christ right now. Temple Knight attack. Not gonna change anything.
Form up, men, and face the Kaiser's enemies.
One of my more favorite. I speak Spanish to God, Italian to woman, French to man, and German to my horse. But to learn from that, horse is your only good friend. Anybody else? Well, I wouldn't count on them.
By Sankt Michael, this moment is worth savoring. Our duty is now clear. We have put our faith in God. We face a foe to test our mettle. I stand before a magnificent company of Imperial soldiers. All that can be done is done, and only battle remains.
Well, there might be
Look
some
to your
mercenaries. But alas.
Prepare your souls. These papal servants make a brave show, but that is not enough against the likes of us. False prayers will not turn aside our swords.
The way he can actually admit to the simple fact that we are fighting against the Pope does make it rather interesting, though, doesn't it? He's like, yes, I'm well aware of who I'm fighting. Everybody else is like, are you sure you still want to fight then? And he's like, yeah, sure. This is not going to work nicely, is it? And you risk that. You go for the gate. Then we'll see. What do they have here? Italian militia, light infantry. Well, if you can break some of the units, that should help a lot. Never underestimate the power of fucking towers. Huge machine gun towers? Nasty. Just do me fucking nasty. Shoot at the general's bodyguard. If you can kill them, yeah, it would be most preferably.
Our ladders are at the walls.
Good. Ah, of course, we're a general. General is not supposed to be running in front of the fire. But that can climb through. At least for a moment. Then it's like, defeat seems like a distinct possibility. Yeah, you fall into the back. Be nasty about it.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong, and the enemy will be defeated.
Oh, they will be defeated in time. I'm not even questioning that. And then my crossbowmen go up there too. Not really a decision I find too pleasant. Also that shortcut I also don't find very pleasant. This is for one for utility.
These walls now belong to the Empire.
Nobody was surprised. I do mean it. Nobody was surprised. That
This battle
It
progresses
belongs
well
to
for the
me.
Empire. Stay strong, and the enemy will be defeated.
I've managed to escape me. Well, to be fair, I was kind of expecting that. Yeah, let's make this a bit faster, shall we? Just push, 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 push. At least we're not getting that much fucking pelted any longer. What, you go in there. You start to disengage from there. Let the actual spear dudes handle it. And then the knights go on a bit of a hunt. Because I mean, who cares about the Randall Knights? You just push the attack.
The enemy has lost half his army. Our men are winning the battle. Continue like this, and victory is ours!
And there runs another unit. Heavy cavalry from my backside. You're not gonna be very happy about their decision to run. It's just that. They will really not be happy about it. Ah, no suckers.
This battle progresses well for the Empire. Stay strong, and the enemy will be defeated.
Mailed knights.
Ready for order.
Yeah, form up. No, actually, before you form up, kill those. Then we'll need to form up. I kind of would like to get rid of all of these routing units before they can actually get back up here again. So basically kill as many of them as we can. Very nice. Now we wait for them to actually form up. Which is of course going to take a moment. How to bloody vandalize the fucking general's bodyguard. Which is a job that surprisingly enough spearmen are very good at. The Pope will be dead.
To needs punch!
And he's like, I would like to run away now. Everybody else in the fight is like, no. Thanks all, we are losing us our fucking mercenaries. Just stand
My lord, we have lost half the army.
Stand still and let me kill you.
To needs punch!
Well, one of us is running away, but the other unit has been pelted with fucking crossbow bolts the whole time, so, you know, they're
Our
dying.
men are in command of the city.
A rather ridiculously fine point. Just straight run through and goes like, I don't give a shit. Maybe we should put the general out of there because he has a chance of dying.
Our men are winning the battle. Continue like this, and victory is ours.
Nobody was surprised for even a second.
The enemy of the Reich lays dead at our feet.
But once again, nobody was surprised.
No one shall doubt that we are the victors on this day.
Well, we killed the Pope. And we have now this nice city of Rome.
Yes. Oh, no.
No mercy for them weaklings.
Ah, we have crushed them, Kaiser. We have taken these lands by force.
Let's just take their money. Let's be patient here. The Pope has randomly decided that, you know what? Those papal people, not actually bad people. That's Sicily. I can't see this one. Well then, Roma, Invicta or something. Because Rome fucking belongs to me now. Raza. Surprising end result, to be fair. I'm pretty sure the Pope's still Pope, but there's no Pope at present. The papal seat remains vacant. How, well, how surprising that the Pope is not around at the moment. How curious, one might say.
Let us strike, Kaiser.
Whatever could have happened to the Pope? Whistles absolutely
Admiring the
unbelievably
enemy.
annoying somewhere in the distance.
Yeah. They are doomed now,
Okay.
Kaiser.
I think
We close for
now
battle.
we have done all we can for this time, and we saved the game. Over. Yeah, that was a surprisingly unpeaceful episode after I so totally proclaimed that we will have peace in the Reich. The Reich proved to be not nearly as peaceful as I would have liked it to be, but alas, shit happens. Where the conflict with Rome itself was more of an accident than anything else. I didn't really want it to start it, but my failed assassination probably was the point that tipped things over. The Scottish also were rather unexpected. The Poles are just stupid, honestly. Stupid assholes. For that matter. Could have nice and peaceful times, but no.
Do you have a mission for me? Is it peace you have come to ask for? Never. This meeting was quite useless.
Well, we tried. We tried all we could. So yeah, for the moment I shall end it here. I shall meet you adieu, most profoundly, and well, let me see who I can find. On the right side, I see no one. That makes it relatively easy. On the left side, well, first and foremost, excuse me, this is getting a bit late. We have, first and foremost, Kronos. Man, of course, that we do not need to say much about, as he is rather well known. If you were around last Sunday, you've probably seen him in action. Otherwise, well, just either check him out directly or come back next Sunday for more co-op nonsense. At the latest, we'll try to get something done before then, but then we'll see. Next in line, we have the research member. Talking a bit about the good old days and how, well, the Poles are untrustworthy. We'll interpret his words like such. I'm sure his heart of hearts is precisely what he meant. That he does not trust the Poles. Understandable. A very understandable decision. I can only say this truly rings true in many, many ways. For me too. The Poles are disgusting. At least in this part of the world. In this finest of games. As for everybody else, on the more lurking side, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And, well, I do hope to see you all again tomorrow. The week will once again be a bit of a random mess, but, well, what can I say? It's probably going to be actually, I will probably talk about this properly at some point and make it a bit more... excuse me, obvious. All things at the moment, and why things I stay at, and why they might stay like this for a while longer. Basically. Probably why we're playing something like Victoria, because there's a lot of time where we can just sit around and do, you know, relaxed things about. Never mind. Be safe again. Once again, have a good one.